Hello, everybody. Today we have a really big update, breaking news on the Idaho 4 case. And I just wanted to bring you this as a really quick update. I'm going to link the whole order by the judge down in the description below. And I have this up because I'm not sure who all knows about this, but there's an entire Wikipedia on this case, and it has a lot of information, really good stuff for anybody wanting to research the case. So I just wanted to show you this. It's all there, all kinds of stuff. So if you're interested in looking up the history on this case, you can look at this. I'm going to link it below in the description as well. So a quick summary of this case is, as it says here, in the early morning hours of November 13th, 2022, 4 University of Idaho students were fatally stabbed in an off-campus residence in Moscow, Idaho. On December 30th, 28-year-old Brian Koberger was arrested in Pennsylvania on 4 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of felony burglary. Prosecutors are seeking the death penalty. The trial is currently scheduled for June 2nd, 2025, with a location to be determined by the Idaho Supreme Court. Those last 2 things is what this new order by the judge boils down to. So, it is a very lengthy decision. We don't need to go through the whole thing. I'm just going to highlight just kind of the gist of the order, and you can go and look at the whole thing yourself in your time if you'd like. But basically, the judge noted briefly that the defendant's arguments and experts' testimony at the last hearing seemed to be pretty compelling for him. He then also noted that the state offered no evidence or testimony at that hearing. Then he stated that the evidence shows that Sleuthin has twice the news stories, otherwise known as twice the saturation, about this case versus Ada County, which is the only county that was in the surveys that the defense did. Now, the judge did not choose Ada County. We only know that he has granted the motion to change venue, and I'm going to get to that language here in just a minute. Okay, so let's see. But either way, the other likely counties are hours away from Moscow. So for just 1 second, I'm happy about this, and then I'm not. But forget the fair jury issue for just a moment, because I know that's super important. That's paramount. But didn't Judge know all along that he and the Moscow courthouse couldn't handle the logistics? But this has gone on for over a year. And I'm going to bring up something about that date that's already been set up. I think things are going a little bit out of order. So it goes over what percentage of the media has gone on in each county. And again, no need to go over all of this, but the judge summarized each of the defense witnesses and the testimony and the evidence that was brought up at that hearing, and what prejudiced people could come out of each county. And it's just a lot of complicated stuff in here. There's just no reason to read all of this whole thing. There's just not. It's a lot of basically the judge's understanding in writing, so there could be no doubt as to why he has made this decision. Here he says, while this court does not have affidavits demonstrating prejudice in Sleuthin County, the court must consider the results of the survey Dr. Edelman prepared. Okay, so he basically agreed that it basically boils down to a convenience issue with the judge and problems with staffing and day-to-day operations at the Latah County Courthouse. He acknowledges that while traveling to another county for 3 months is indeed inconvenient for the attorneys, the court, some family members of the victims, and some witnesses, having the trial at the Latah County Courthouse would also be inconvenient in numerous ways, and beyond that would present serious safety risk. He goes on to state that even law enforcement is kind of low staffed and would not be able to handle the additional security required for this trial. So the last paragraph here is the one I'm going to read in full. And what he did was he copied and pasted from the actual Idaho statute. So the conclusion and order reads as, Kohberger's motion to change venue is granted pursuant to Idaho Criminal Rule 21A and 21B. Now, this is where he copied and pasted, which I think is genius. He covered his butt and washed his hands of the case all in one fell swoop right here. He says, consistent with the language of Idaho Criminal Rule 21C 2B, this court orders a transfer of venue, quote, from the statute, without specifying the new place of venue, and, quote, refers the case to the administrative director of the courts for assignment by the Supreme Court to a court of proper venue in another district, another county, an assignment of a specific judge to preside in the criminal proceeding. So there's where we get the new judge. If you were to look at the Daybell case, that judge put this part in, and he chose Ada County, but he also stated that he would continue to be the presiding judge. This judge wants off the case. Now, he's still going to be on the case until the Supreme Court administration officially changes the venue and assigns a new judge. He's still in charge for the time being. Now, there are outstanding motions recently filed by Kohberger's defense. He could set hearings on those depending on Idaho rules and whatever he wants to do, or those may be seen in front of the new judge. The Idaho Supreme Court admin will select the county and the judge. They could assign a new county and reassign judge to the case, but I'm thinking, based on this language, that he wants out. And that's just my opinion. I think it's pretty clear if you were to look at this one and look at the one in the Daybell case. He's done. I don't think he knows that he and the courthouse can't handle it. But again, why did we even set a summer June 2025 date? Because the University of Idaho students would be out of school during that time. And that was why that date was set. So really, that wasn't even necessary. Maybe, you guys, if there's a new judge, they might be able to bring the date up sooner. I really hope that this doesn't make the families wait even longer, So, another thing to keep in mind is live streaming. A new judge may also mean changes to live streaming rules. And of course, it'll change where it'll stream. Of course, it's not going to be on Judge's YouTube channel anymore. Now, judges rarely overturn the previously presiding judge's decisions on case material and orders and motions, but the live streaming issue, is something that could change without looking like they're stepping on anybody's toes. As judges' views on cameras in the courtroom vary greatly. I hope that it's still going to be live streamed. I'm going to take a wild guess that it will be live streamed, but the rules may change. Like, this judge, for instance, he chose to live stream it himself from his YouTube. the new judge may do that as well, or they could maybe say Court TV is going to stream it, or Law and Crime, or they could have a court poll. We just don't know. We'll just have to wait and see, right? Now, the change of venue, it really sucks for the families, especially the Gonzalez family. I know they're extremely heartbroken right now. They've been praying hard, if you follow their Facebook page, that the venue would not be changed. And yeah, it's really sad that it's going to prevent them from being at court in person for all of the time that they want to be there. But Zoom will be surely available, so maybe that will help. It's sad. But the law does not care, unfortunately, about convenience for victims' families. The only thing that matters is ensuring a fair trial for the accused, and that is guaranteed in our Constitution. So all in all, basically, with this order today, Moscow has now ridden itself of the House and the trial, distancing this small college town from the crime. I'm just going to leave it right there, and I will catch you guys next time. Thank you very much for watching. Again, the links to these documents in the Wikipedia is going to be down in the description. You guys have a great day, and let me know what you think. Bye.